Hey, what's up guys, it's Pelican here back with another video. Real quick before we go and get this started. This is going to be my new series where I go ahead and talk about maybe any news drama, any new card releases that I think are cool, and just basically news for Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'll make it pretty quick. These videos won't probably be longer than like 5 to 8 minutes depending on, what I'm talking about and things like that. So first things first is the new Abyss support. This card's crazy. Snake Lily of the Abyss. So we just got this new support in, and it says send one reptile from your deck to your grave. Then, if you have 5 or more reptiles with different names in your graveyard, you can special summon one reptile monster from your grave. This card's crazy. So, at worst, it's a foolish for your deck, which you need. And it's a foolish for any reptile monster, which is even better. But it's also searchable. So, it's the first good searchable card off the normal summon, which is really good. And I'm very excited for this. Yeah. And then the next thing, so this is going to be something that we all probably know about. You know what's going on. It's Milano. So Milano, if you don't know who he is, his name is Milano the Duelist on his YouTube, I believe. I'll leave a link to his YouTube if you guys want to check out his channel. He makes like what I would talk about, like relatable Yu-Gi-Oh content. The video that I liked on his channel personally, I don't think I subscribe because I don't really watch him religiously, but the video I saw was like when you normal summon Tour Guide and he gets Effect Veiler, and the video's like normal summon Tour Guide. All right, I'll chain Veiler. And then he's like, okay, I'll chain Call By, then I'll chain Veiler, then I'll chain Call By, Veiler, Call By, Bell. And yeah. But he's recently going under fire for what he posted on Twitter. How to be popular on Yu-Gi Twitter. Hard mode, make high quality content with original ideas. Medium, build a following through your personality and make friends frequently. Maybe make content. Easy mode, be female. And this is where really everyone started shitting on him. Especially MBT. So he said, "Damn, nice to see you're going hard mode with quote women. Am I right? Unquote. Very original idea among the Yu-Gi-Oh fan base." And then he says, "But there's maybe 2 popular women." And he says popular in question like the quotes women on Yu-Gi-Oh Twitter. "It is 1,000 times easier to just spam. My name is Jeff. Have read Miss Pot of Greed allows me to draw 2 cards." And then the thread keeps going, and then he says, obviously, it goes without saying, but we have some great gals in our community, and I am not saying anything negative towards them. So here's the thing. Whenever I see, like, some sort of, like, apology, if you're going to do an apology, don't, my opinion, I would take a bit to think about what I'm going to say before I keep going. Because, this wasn't a bad response, but this just ends up adding more fuel to the fire through the whole thing. And then he proceeds to say I was advised to delete the tweet, but when I go on break, I'll definitely make a video. And, he's just saying that being a female and predominantly male community makes you stand out, that it's not sexist nor it's hateful. He really should have, like I said, taken a little bit more time to, think about maybe a response for this because, it just proceeds to keep going and, spirals out of control. And, yeah. So he did make an apology video, and we're going to go ahead and check it out real quick and see what's going on with it. But yeah, and I'll leave a link to all these posts if you want to check them out yourself. There was more to the other, but it's just a bunch of I dislike him, I like him still, yada, yada, yada. And I'm going to try to be objective about this at the end of the day. So we're going to go ahead and watch this real
I hate
quick.
that I have to reimburse the subject. However, I've realized the correct way to approach this situation. I've realized that approaching social groups like this, a formal essay would help to guarantee there is no misdemeanor among my communications. I would prefer to talk to my peers without a filter, but unfortunately, when I try to do that, misunderstandings grew. There were multiple instances where miswording and miscommunication not only offended people, but also allowed some to twist my words and continue the discussion. To everybody I offended through either the initial post or what came of it, I'm sorry to you. If you truly felt hurt, my follow-up reply, then video, were both attempts at showing that I had no intentions to be offensive or rude.
So I'm sure at the end of the day, he in his mind, he wasn't thinking, oh, let me go be offensive to women. But at the end of the day, just saying, where is it? Saying, this, it's like, well, how are we supposed to really take this? Like, it's hard to joke around with stuff like that and not expect not to get shit on, especially in this community. At the end of the day, being a female definitely doesn't mean you gain an audience. That's been proven. Like, if you look at stuff through, like, Twitter, Twitch, all that great stuff, you definitely can't gain an audience that quickly just because you are female. At the end of the day, it's a really, like, touchy subject, I guess, but, yeah. Continue.
That was my attempt at an apology, but unfortunately it wasn't interpreted as I'd hoped either. It is clear to me that there's lots of discrimination against women in the Yu-Gi-Oh community, but I had no intentions of reaching that brim. However, I'd like to specifically say that I'm not sorry for those who reached the point of harassing me. Those who are selective of the content they intake during serious discussions, and those who came to the conclusion that I'm sexist based off of one tweet, which is obviously completely false. After everything positive I've tried to provide for the community, it is this certain tweet that you want to take and judge my entire personality off of. It's unfair to me exactly the way that it is unfair to you. It's unfair to believe clarifying my initial purpose within the tweet instead of apologizing explicitly is doubling down. I'm not trying to say what you interpreted as was correct. I'm trying to explain my intention. People make People make mistakes. We aren't robots. We aren't programmed to make zero errors. If that truth scares you, a social platform like Twitter might be a little daunting for you. I personally don't find the tweet that I made offensive, but I understand the context in which certain individuals received it as. During this whole situation, I was at work, and certain individuals said the video I made wasn't up to par. Unfortunately, my 20-minute break wasn't enough to eat my food and record a great enough video, all whilst what feels like the whole community sending me negative energy. This video was to show you guys that there was no ill intention, which I connected to an apology, which if I initially just apologized would have solved it. But I didn't realize that a discussion of my initial intentions was not enough for people to forgive me. Not a lot of people can be brave enough to talk face to face about an issue. After all of this, if you still think I'm sexist, if you still have hate towards me, my advice to you is to unsubscribe from my YouTube channel and to unfollow my Twitter. I've done nothing for the community but try to be a source of positivity, someone you can truly feel comfortable watching. This is my hobby. I like to make people smile. It's what I do. If you judge anybody based on one thing they say, I think you won't truly know anybody. All in all, I learned my lessons. There are places to make jokes and not to make jokes. Also to read over what I say very carefully before sharing something with the Twitter audience. And also to make sure all people are included on my platform. And targeting jokes against any minority is usually not a funny joke. I also want to say thanks to MBT for handling this with much more responsibly than me. With that being said, it's your boy Milano. Peace.
So the only issue I really have with this, I guess is a way to put it, is that so to make it good, for one, I think he really should have just waited on I don't think he should have rushed anything, and that's what really fucked him over. So if I think he said he has another apology video on his YouTube, so I'll leave a link to that if you guys want to check it out. But this is basically just addressing everything. I feel like a lot of this, he felt like he was being attacked over, a quote unquote joke, which that is what happened. What he perceived as a joke, he did get attacked for. I can say that much. If you forgive him, go ahead and let me know in the comments. But as an overall, this is just an interesting situation to see, and I felt like I wanted to, bring a little light to it and see if we can help out anyone in the community as possible. Lastly, so Banlist season's coming up, and we have one of the bigger figures saying something on his Twitter about the ban list. And where is it? Right here. Steven, if Electrum comes back in 1 week, I will shave my beard and eat it. Konami, please listen to this. Please listen, bring Electrum back. We need to see this. It would be actually hilarious. Oh no, oh my god. Oh, the tears are on my side. Sorry, but yeah, Banlist is coming off. So it should be this week or next week. That's the whole thing. And I personally would love to see VFD probably get banned. Maybe hit Ben 10 to 1. Maybe, hit some other cards in that Drytron deck. Because that Drytron deck is crazy, but they probably won't just to push product. We all know how Konami is. But if there's other cards and stuff you would like to see off the list, or just cards you want to see straight up banned, then go ahead and let me know in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy this video or felt like it was a little insightful, go ahead and leave a like. It supports the channel and shows YouTube that a lot more people want to see my video. But yeah, take it easy.